Yes, we are here. Listen, I am so committed about today that I took a nap, okay? I took a nap in the middle of the afternoon because I wanted to be fresh. I wanted to be awake. I want to get some serious writing done, just like you. So I decided I'm going to take a quick nap. It was, of course, I planned for an hour and a half. In the middle of that, my niece asked me a question. People were banging doors, and I was like, I just want a nap. But I did get some shut eye. I am feeling a little more refreshed, so I'm excited to be with you guys today. So, why am I doing this? Why are we getting together and writing from wherever you are? People are going to watch this. I'm going to be coming in from all over the world, and we're going to be doing this at different times. So, it's not just going to be in the evening. It's going to be in the morning. It's going to be in the afternoon. This is like the best thing that ever happened to your writing. In case you don't know, in case you just saw this online and said, what is this? I need to what this is. I want to know what this is, and it's free, so that you jumped on. No worries. My name is Catherine Storing, and I am your storyteller. So I help amazing people like you tell stories that are relevant and they are awesome to read. And I'm always in the middle of a project. I am writing 3 books right now. One of them is mine. 2 of them are for two of my clients, and then I might have another one coming on too, which is so exciting, which means that I'm going to be doing some serious writing too. Now, so thank you. One of the things that people are doing is if you already wrote something and you don't have the discipline to sit by yourself in your computer at the library, wherever you are, and just edit, okay? I know that is a pain to edit. Some people don't like it. So this is a perfect opportunity to take this time together and see me, buddy, typing away. Have you seen that meme of a cat just typing like a crazy person? Doing that, and you don't have to do it by yourself. We're going to have great music, and everybody is going to be doing the same thing, writing. So I want to encourage you right now, if you haven't done that, I want you to close your email browser, close any social media browser that you may have open right now that's gonna ding and gonna distract you. I want to encourage you to go close that. If you can tell people in your life to not bug you at all, that you don't want anything, you are in need of nothing, because you're gonna be busy, okay? You're gonna be doing amazing stuff. If you don't have any water, you know I'm the water lady, get water. If you haven't peed in a long time today, seriously, there she is, she's got her water. Go to the bathroom and pee. Why am I telling you that? Because when you are getting in the zone, I remember every time I'm writing, like today, I was writing an updated proposal. So I was in the zone, and I'm typing, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go pee again because I drink so much. So I should have followed my own advice, and I should have gone to the bathroom before I started the project, because that gets in the way of your creativity, especially if you're not writing creatively, especially if you are editing, okay? If you are editing, your brain needs to be completely devoted to what you're doing. No distractions, okay? No distractions. I am gonna type this up when I give you the replay, when you have it, so you know, if you're new to me and you don't know how to do this, this is what we're gonna do. I'm also going to give you a link to my favorite music that I'm queuing for us right now. And you can choose any music you want. There's different ones. There's new guys that I like, that they are piano guys. There is a guy that I really like, and he plays the violin, but he plays songs that we know. So to me, it's a little distracting because I'm humming to myself. I'm trying to think of the words and the lyrics, and that gets distracting as well. So if you think you're strong enough, then go ahead and do that. But these I like because it's just instrumental. It's really peaceful, and I can go and get in the zone, okay? So as part of a book writing club, we're going to get together on a regular basis. So you're going to get emails from me, and it might be, I might give you as much notice as a couple hours. I might give you as much notice as 15 minutes. It all depends. We're going to have regular sessions, though, where you can put it in your calendar and know that somebody is going to be writing at that time. Okay? But there are going to be other times where the writing room is going to be open. And I'm going to say, hey, guys, I'm hopping on because I have 15 minutes to write. If you want to hop on, hop on. You can get a lot done in 15 minutes. Like a lot. If you, that's all you have every day to edit your book, your novel, your paper, your thesis, that is enough to get it done in a couple months, okay? So don't assume that because you only have a few minutes, you only have a few hours. Oh my God, if you have a few hours, you are blessed. You have enough to get your work done. So this is for if you're dedicated and you have a project to do, okay? This is what we do. We just get together. So I want to give you a time now to ask any questions you may have. And I see that more people hopped on. Thank you so much for coming on. Again, I know that some people couldn't make it right at 6 because they're driving from work. And that's totally okay. But if you have any questions about Book Writing Club, this is the time to do it, to ask for the during the open house. Because I wanted, like, I don't know if you're like me, but if you've never done something before, it's a little intimidating. It's like, who's going to be there and what's going to happen? I've been there myself. So I decided instead of answering question after question, let me just show them what actually happens when you're doing one of these sessions. So you'll see there's nothing weird. And all we're doing is typing and listening to amazing music. So if you have any questions, post them on the chat. Grab your work. What are you going to work on today? Okay, so it's not about just sitting here and thinking, what am I going to do? So let me address a couple things. If you haven't written in a long time and you feel like writing, you need to have something to start with. Because if you start with a blank page, I call it the blank page monster. Listen, you're not going to get as much done. So I want you to start with, I want to write a story about, and you start writing. It can be about lunch. It can be about kid. I saw your video that you were, kid's so funny. So he was driving home from work, and he was really upset because he could not listen to his music because the people next to him had their music too loud. And he was talking about those are first world problems, right? I'm like, yep, pretty much that is a first world problem. So you can write about a story like that. The whole point is to get the machine going. And the machine is you. Get that writing going. If you have a project, I want you to choose one section. Don't think that you're going to edit your entire book today. So if you're starting from day 1, edit that chapter 1. Okay, that's what you have to do today. You have an hour and a half to do that. Okay, don't think that you have to do the whole thing. If you're working on a story, try working on the plot. What's the plot going to be? Who are going to be the main characters? Okay, if you are writing your book still, choose one section. Today, you're not going to write the whole thing. Your mind needs to know what's going to happen, okay? We're going to be here for an hour and a half. You might not be able to be here for an hour and a half. So if you can be here for half an hour, say to yourself, we're writing the introduction of the book for half an hour today. You could do this, okay? The brain needs to know. I know it sounds silly, but I'm telling you, the brain isn't like that open-ended. I'm going to write for as long as I can. The brain is like, I don't think so. I'm not doing that. That sounds too much. We haven't written in a long time. Why are we gonna write for that much? Okay, so choose what you're gonna write about. Find the document. You can use Evernote. You can use Word. I'm gonna be using my notes because I am transcribing, looking at my notes and writing out a bio for one of my clients. That's what I'm gonna be doing. So I'm gonna be getting that right now from my files because I want to. That's what my project is. So I knew ahead of time that's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I'm gonna be doing. And here are my notes. Any questions so far? I'm gonna start playing the music in a little bit, but I'm gonna give you a minute or two to get yourself situated. And it's that simple, guys. It is that simple. I got my notes right here, so I'm gonna be doing that, playing some music, and getting started. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So I had a question. So I am actually writing about a character in the Bible.
Mm.
Okay. So of course, as you know, when you're wanting, for me, being a teacher, it's important for me to give accurate background information. And of course, so right now I'm actually, which I'll be working on today, is really trying to get people to begin to really get to know this particular person. Any advice or because I'm moving from manners and customs of the Bible to historical information and gathering everything so that people can really understand as they go forth, really what her defining moment really was.
Do you have, obviously you know this character, right, already?
Yes.
And you kind of have an idea of what you want to write, yes?
Yes.
So this is what I do that helps me tremendously, because you know what happens when you're a teacher, you go down a rabbit hole if you go to Bible Gateway or if you go to your own Bible. So what
Correct.
I do is I write from memory what I know about the character, what I know about the story. And then if I know the book, I write down the book. If I know the scripture, I write down the scripture. I go and highlight that section, okay, and continue to write. When you
Got it.
finish your creative part, so you can do that to say, today I'm going to write for half an hour. That's going to be my creative part. And then you go and do the research for 10, 15 minutes. Because if you start with doing the research and writing, you're going to spend more time doing research than you're going to start doing writing. The most important part is the creative part. So since you already know the character, I would say start writing the creative part, what you know about the character. You can always go back and check facts. You'll be surprised, though, that you're going to know more than you think you know, and you're going to have less highlights than you think. But that's going to help you move faster than trying to do research at the same time. So I always separate research from creative writing. I do creative writing first, I highlight, and then I choose to go back and add scriptures and actual quotes. Does that help?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Awesome. You have any other questions?
That was it.
Okay, awesome. Fantastic. And I will be checking the app as well, guys. So if you have any questions, that would just put them on the chat. Okay, so I'm going to play the music. Can you guys hear? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear, okay? Yes? Okay, awesome. All right, guys, let's get to it.
New YouTube Red family plans. Get nonstop music for up to 6 family members.
Can you believe how fast the time goes? Oh my God, that's 7:20. Can you believe it? Oh my goodness. So I wanted to take a moment, just take a second. I know it's hard because you're in the zone and it's so exciting. I got excited working on what I'm working on. So I was able to write 1,200 words, almost 1,250, okay, in less than an hour and a half, okay? And I was minding the chat. I was chatting, private chatting with people. So imagine if I had been completely concentrating just on writing. And that was under an hour and a half. So this is the power of knowing that there are other people looking at you, or not probably looking at you, but in your presence, and what they're doing is not fooling around. What you're doing is not fooling around. You are actually getting stuff done. So I wanted to hear from some people. I just gave you my update. So raise your hand, type it on the chat, and let me know how that felt and how much progress did you make just in that short period of time. So just give you my update. Let me know how it went for you. Was that you, Nona? You want to go? You want to go? Yeah. Yes, you. What? So tell me.
Okay, so I had divided my book into like 6 sections because I had to do that anyway to put it through Grammarly.
Yep.
So I managed to get through 3 whole sections of the book. Start on the 4th section, and I found it surprisingly emotional. Going back and rereading. The first emotions were just, I was like, oh, this is actually pretty good, you know. But then as I was reading it, I was kind of thinking about the semi-autobiographical nature of the stories. And, you know, people started coming to my mind, and it was surprisingly emotional. And I actually started kind of thinking in my head about my dedication page, which is gonna be a little interesting because it's really it's gonna be more of a tribute page than a dedication page. So a lot of the people have passed on, so that got kind of emotional,
right?
In terms of thinking about how many people have said, "Oh, you need to publish." Even up until I remember the last time I actually was working on this, it was right before 30 days. And for the last week of the 30-day challenge, I really couldn't write because my friend had just passed away.
Right.
And I had just told her about this book, which is probably part of the reason that I put it aside, because I had just told her about writing the book before she passed. And at her memorial, somebody else told me how excited she was to have the book coming out. So getting to the editing part, it ended up being a lot more emotional than I expected.
Right. But isn't that awesome that you didn't have to do it by yourself?
Yeah. Because that was part of the reason I hadn't done it.
Right. And you haven't touched it in that long, and in less than an hour and a half, you made that much progress.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. That's amazing. Yeah, that's the power of dedicated time to just write, nothing else but write it. Anybody else want to share? Let me ask Pastor Kimberly, how did it go for you?
This was actually extremely prosperous and successful for me personally, with a very demanding schedule that I have between church, work, and of course married life, and being a mother as well. Being able to just steal away and get quiet and not have my cell phone going off constantly.
Yeah.
And of course, cutting off the Facebook for me was phenomenal. But even more so, my results that I received as it partakes to me taking your advice about sticking to what I already know about this person. I really began to write. And so I am right now, as of the time clock, at almost 1,400 words.
Woo-hoo! Wow. That's amazing. I'm so glad. Yeah, it's just a matter of, I'm glad that you asked the question. So I wanted to make sure that you knew that at the beginning of the session and at the end of the session, we're going to have a little bit of debriefing every single time. And you're going to have a chance to ask you questions. Like, you were very smart. You asked me, how do I begin? I gave you a couple of nuggets and you went with it and it worked for you. So you guys know that to talk to me for an hour and a half is $500, okay? So the fact that you get this as part of being a member of the Academy, and if you're not a member of the Academy, you only pay $50 a month, where you get to have this environment of other writers, get your questions answered, get support and encouragement. It works for me. Like, this is something that I wish I had. So I'm being self-serving a little bit because I have so much writing to do, and it is better to write with other people, okay? I can write by myself, but writing with other people is amazing. There's something about the camaraderie and feeling everybody doing the same that just gets your body going. So I'm so glad that you guys made it tonight. You're welcome, Pam. I'm glad I know you came in late, but I'm glad that you were here. And Andrea is joining us, I think, for the first time. How did it go for you? What are you working on? I just unmuted you.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? I just happened to see this. I saw it late, and I've been talking about doing some writing for a couple of years. So this is actually the first time that I sat down and even started trying to put my thoughts on paper. And I'm one of those people, I overthink everything. So I didn't get that far, but at least I was able to see what it's like to write with a group, virtually.
Right. I'm glad that you were here. Hey, every little bit counts. Sometimes it's like getting on that bike. I haven't ridden a bike in a long time, so I'm sure at first I'm going to be a little shaky, but after a while, I'm going to be making wheels and moving around and stuff. So sometimes it's just getting the bike out, making sure that the tires have some air in it still, and then getting started. So glad that you were here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Does anybody else want to share? I'm going to stop the recording very soon, but you do not have to leave. I'm going to leave it open for a little longer because I know some people got here late, and I want to finish what I started. So I'm going to stay on for a little bit. So I love this stuff. So nobody else wants to join, I will call it a day for the recording, but we will stay on and we'll continue writing, okay? Awesome. It was good to see you. Now you know what it's like to write as a group. I'm going to send an email with this recording. You'll be able to, I'm going to get some updates as to what the schedule is going to be like. So you know, at this day, at this hour, I can hop on. And on top of that, we're going to have the impromptu classes where I'm going to tell you with as much notice as I can, we're writing right now. Jump on if you want to. And that's going to get you in that mode of, when am I going to get that email? Are we going to write right now? Because that is just going to get you in that mode of, I want to write. And that's what I want for you. So thank you so much for coming tonight. And I will see you next time.